Hi friends, it's Joanne. Welcome to the 12th Let's Get Organized hop. Welcome to my craft room. I am going to be discussing decorative trimmers and things that we can cut with decorative edges. And I fear this is going to be a short video because I don't really have too awful much in that arena. I do have some decorative scissors, and I know a lot of people got rid of theirs at some point, but I have some hanging right there. Those hooks, you can put, I think, 2 on each hook, but it kind of freaks me out that it looks messy, so I just hang one there. And then in the carousel from Michael's, right there in the front, I have the other ones that I have. So let me get my trimmers out and show those to you. Okay, the first thing I have is my Creative Memories trimmer. I do love this trimmer. I am a Creative Memories consultant. I will put my website below if you're interested and you don't have one for yourself. The arm comes out like this, so you can go all the way up to 16 inches instead of the standard 12, which is super cool. And this cartridge right here does switch out, and you can get decorative blades for that, so that is one option. And then another trimmer that I have is this. It's the We Are Memory Keepers trimmer. And it has a rotating head on it. And this is quite a few years old. I mean, you just go like this. And I'm sure they're still available somewheres, but I don't know. So it has this in here. Pull it out. Try not to make too much noise. And that does go up to 14 inches all the way over here. And every time you turn, let me put this close. Every time you turn, you get those different edges, okay? So those are kind of cool. I forget that I have this, so I need to get that out. So let's just try one. We'll try this squiggly one. So you turn it, and then this is your blade, and it comes out, and you just go ahead and cut it. So I don't think I pressed really hard. I'll just do that. So then you get this edge, and then you lock that back in. And then I think one of them is a scorer, and one of them is a straight line. And this is a wavy line. And it cuts down in the middle of these two things. I really should get this out and use this more than I do. So let's go up twice this time. See how cool that was? That gives a really cool edge like that. That's super cool. So that's one option. I'm sure you can still find these on Amazon and such. I'll try to find them and I'll link them below if you're interested. And that just folds back in. I want to show you something super cool. You don't need fancy, oh, I don't want that, dies and everything. I mean, of course, if you have them, fantastic. So let's just do a standard 3x4 piece of paper. And then there's the 3. And then let's do 4 here. And then you take that, and then I'm going to do this one at, let's say, 2. So this is a 2x3. 2x3. All right? Put those to the side. And you can make yourself your own little cool decorative tags. So let's get that out. We're going to use this and this, and then also this punch by We Are Memory Keepers. These are We Are Memory Keepers as well, the crocodile and the angle punch. So here's your 3x4 piece of paper. You open this up. You're going to do 2 edges. I'm going to do it at the large angle. You get a large and a small. And so you just go ahead and make your little tag, corners like that. Then you're going to come and do exactly the same thing here on the large angle side. You just put it in between these two things and then push it down there and make sure it's even. Don't try to cut it like that. You have to cut it like that. Oh, did I do the wrong side? Yep, I want this side. Okay, so now you have 2. So then I'm going to line these two up with each other on the top like that, just so I can poke the hole in exactly the same spot in both tags. And I don't have that lined up properly. So we're just going to guess. We're going to go right there and make a hole in both of those, okay? And then let's just take a piece of our scrap. And then punch I'm going to talk about here is the We Are Memory Keepers hole reinforcer punch. I love this thing. I use it all the time for tags, and I use it tons for my December documented. Okay, come on out. Okay, there it is. All right. Let me show you. Oh, that's stuck right in there. A little trick about this punch. A lot of people don't know. You think that it stops working after a while, but it doesn't. This handle here, you take it and you lift up. Do it gently, and then you get the compartment that holds all the little things that you've punched. And once that gets full, you can't press down on this anymore. So if you notice that this is getting really full, that's why you just need to empty it. So then you can take your tweezers or paper piercer or whatever and dig down in there and get the rest of them out like that. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. See them? And just get the rest of them out, and then push the black part back in there face down, gently push it back in so you don't break it, and then you're all ready to get going and everything is all clean and emptied out. See all the stuff that was in there? Once that builds up, you can no longer punch it, and some people think that it breaks after a while, but it's not the case. You just need to empty it. So then I have all these scissors too. Some of these are from Creative Memories, and I've got to tell you, I probably got these in the 90s. I really did. And then Fiskars had a whole bunch, and Fiskars had a picture on the outside, so it showed you exactly what design you were going to get when you cut. And here's another Creative Memories one. Oh my gosh, they're so old. It's so funny. And then what's this one's from? I don't even know what this is. It doesn't even have a name brand on the outside of it. Probably says something right there and I can't read it. So here's a pretty one. And there you go. All Creative Memories. So then you're going to take your half a tag, okay? And you're just going to go along the bottom. And you're going to use your scissors like this. And you can do whatever style you want to. So then you're going to take, let's just say we're going to take some ATG, put that on here, and then line this back up to the top like that. And then you can of course do whatever size tag you want. Just make sure you do half of one on the top and then another one on the bottom like that. And then I always use my tweezers for this part. Let me get that and some glue. I'm going to take my whole reinforcer circle here, and this would be super pretty on pattern paper, wouldn't it? So then there you go. You put that on there, and then you can go ahead and put a piece of twine in there, and then you can decorate with some die cuts or ephemera on here, and you have yourself a nice little tag with a little border on the bottom. Isn't that cute? So I thought I would show you that. The next thing that I want to show you, and again it's from Creative Memories, and this is probably my very favorite border maker system. I love these things. These are cartridges, and these are really heavy, you guys. How it works, you get this and this, and you also get 2 cartridges with the system, and then there's additional cartridges that you can purchase individually. Again, I will link my Creative Memories website below. So this comes up, and as soon as you put a cartridge in it, it locks so it doesn't fall out and hurt you or break. And then if you want to get it out, there's this button on the back that you press, and then it slides out. Okay, but if you don't press that button, it won't fall out on you, because you definitely don't want that happening. I'm going to take the same piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to show you how this works. So underneath is a little tray, I guess you want to call it, that comes up and snaps, and then you push it back in and snap it to store it so you don't break this. So you pull this up, and You could really do any size. It's designed for a 12 by 12 piece of paper. So you lift this and then slide your paper up to the top of the tray. Make sure it's straight up there all the way. And then you snap this down and it locks the paper in place. You come around and put this back down. And then in here, see these grooves? The grooves for your cartridge goes into there. And I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to turn the volume off because it's really kind of loud. I'll do one so you can see what I'm talking about. So I don't want you to have to listen to me do that several times. So here we go. So then it comes out here, and then you just pull this out and then put it back in until it locks. You can feel it lock into those little grooves I showed you, and you just keep going. Okay, so then you lift this up, take your paper back out, and I fear that may have shook the camera a bit, so you're always going to get a extra paper strip with this one. Not all of them do that. And then all your scraps come out of the bottom, and then you just quick go like this for easy cleanup and put that in your trash. And then there you go. There's your 12 by 12 inch border. This is probably about ½ an inch, I think. Isn't that super pretty? This is one of my favorite punches ever. So I have all kinds of different ones. I mean, like here's a fence, and then this one, it shows you a picture of it on the top and the sides. So I have a fence and some like garland, I guess you want to say. So there's those, and then here is music notes, and then this one is stars, and then oops, and then this one is blue because it was a special, or they used to make them blue, and that has the picture on the top. It's snowflakes. And then this one is really cool. You can't really tell until you punch it, but it's a star, and then see the two edges? Those actually come out as cameras. So that's super cool. And then I have, there's tons of them, and they change all the time too. So then I have a film strip and this pattern. I don't know what you would call that. So that's pretty cool. Next, I want to show you the individual creative memory punches. These are some of the ones I have. I'm going to turn around after I demonstrate this and show you the ones I actually have. I don't have a ton of punches, and I really want to go out and buy one of those punches that makes the top of your paper look like a notebook. So they lock down, so you just unlock it like this, and there you go. Now, I'm going to try to see if I can show this to you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It's very hard to see in the camera, and I do not know how to get the angle in order for you to see it. But let me see. Inside, let me just grab a paintbrush. Inside all your trimmers, there are black lines, okay? It's like that for creative memories, and these are, we are memory keepers, a couple that I have. Let me see. Oh, you can see a little teeny bit here. See those lines right there? Yep, right there and right there. Those are there for a reason, and a lot of people don't know what they're there for. So what you do is you actually start your paper at this line, okay? So you're going to want to start all the way over here, but you're not going to start punching here. You're going to line your paper up with the line on the punch. So there's that, and that's your first punch. I moved it, okay? So again, I'm going to make this quiet because I don't think you should have to listen to the punching noise. So as you can see, by using that line guide as your start, it comes out perfect instead of you having to start punching in the middle and then go back and punch again at the beginning of the paper. That's what those lines are for. Okay, so with these, again, you get all your punches underneath and you just go ahead and put those in your trash. And let me see if I can show you better on one of these. So these are the two We Are Memory Keepers punches that I have. There's the only two that I have. So again, here's that blue line right there and right there. I think it depends on if you're left or right-handed. So I use that one. So I'm going to line my paper up with that line right there. See? Okay, so there you can see that punch that, and it comes out really perfect if you use those line guides. Okay, so that's what that's for. And again, this all comes out the bottom too. I think most of the punches really do. And let me turn around and show you where I keep everything. Okay, this is where we were just working, where I was under the camera, and I just want to show you, if you get dizzy, please look away for a moment. I just twirl around in my chair like this, and then you can see there's my trimmer and my scissors are there. And then this one, I'm trying to do everything one-handed here, so be careful. See under here, I have this white cabinet that fits underneath my scrap box perfectly, and it has some room on the top in between. So this is where I store this, so I can just turn right around in my chair and grab it. Okay, I tilted this a little bit. Sorry about the shadow. It's the time of day that I'm working. So in here, in my second drawer, and this is on wheels, so it does move a little bit, I have circle punches, my tab punch, the We Are Memory Keepers hole reinforcer punch that I showed you, Stampin' Up! Tab maker, and I do have that We Are Memory Keeper system that you can spell the alphabets out on. I have some of these circle punches. I think I grabbed them at Tuesday morning. There's a heart, and this one is a bow tie, so you can make your own bows. And then here is where I keep those two We Are Memory Keepers punches that I showed you, and this is going to move when I push it in. And then this here is my Creative Memories punch drawer. Okay, so I do have this punch that's actually, it's super cool. Let me get it close, hopefully without that glare. See, it makes all those corners. So you get a star, a heart, and then a little corner rounder with a star and a heart in it too. So you get 4 different punches in that one, like that, and it's just circular. And then here is the one that I just showed you. I have 4 of those. This one is like a leaf. This one is like, you know, like a picket fence, kind of like it looks. And then this one is of the fair, which I love when I bring my fair photos. And then this one's really cool. It makes those 3 flowers that you can use as embellishments, or you can layer them on top of each other. And these are older too, so they're probably not in stock. And then I showed you my border maker system, so there's that and this piece. And guys, that is really it. I do not have too much more. This is super boring to look at. Let's look at this pretty stuff while I say goodbye to you. So there is my wall. I love that wall. So anyways, that's all I have. I hope that was interesting and you got a couple tips from what I shared with you. But in the description box below is a list of all my friends that are also participating, and they may have some more interesting things for you to look at than I did. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Bye.